Hey y'all, Church of Caboose again, and this week has been one of a heck of a week, with it being the last week of Iron Banner, or Iron Banana as myself and many others like to call it. And my main focus for this week, if only focus, has been trying to do that emblem for 2,500 kills while under the Iron Burden. And I am finally stupid close. I believe before I started this video, I was at 2,497 kills. I believe is what it was at. And I really want to do a video of my thoughts about the whole process of getting to 2,500 while under the Iron Burden. And so to cover things like, how tough was it? Did I enjoy it? Was it a lot of fun? Was it super grindy? Was it really hard? That kind of thing. And I wanted to have it covered as I was earning it, and so here we go. This was a oh, there we go. Look, I just got it, guys. There it is. I'm just done. So I'm going to keep on going now with this video. And now you know that I finished it. So this was a stupid, grindy, long thing. So if anyone remembers from the last time we had Iron Banner, which oddly enough feels like it was 2 weeks ago. I don't think it was a month ago, but I can't for sure say. It was really rough, and here we go. Here's the emblem real quick. I believe it's called Heavy Death. So now I want to slap that on real quick. And so during that week, the very first week of Iron Banner for this season was only known that we needed to do 500 kills for the Wizened Rebuke. That was it. So a lot of people, including myself, were like, hey, this sucks trying to do this thing, but we only need 500. Let's get that curated Wizened Rebuke. Odds are it'll turn out to be really good, so let's just, buckle it down and just get that sucker done. And as soon as we got those 500 kills done, guess what? We stopped. We let whatever was left of that current burden run out, and we just went on back to normal, or to stop playing Iron Banner for the week was the pretty common response to that. And then we came around to the last week of Iron Banner. It's not this current one. Today's May 20th. I believe this one started somewhere around May 14th, I think is what the date was. The Iron Banner for this week started. The one before that, towards the end of it, after a couple of days in, Bungie's like, oh look, hey guys, this is one of your last shots to get this crazy emblem, where you have to get 2,500 kills under the burden. So that's 2,000 more than it was before. Good luck. Let's see who gets it. And I decided I'm going to try and be one of the few, because I'm assuming not everyone's going to go for it, and most people won't even care. Let's see if I can get this son of a gun. And I got it. And it took so much effort. Oh my gosh, guys. If you are still trying to go for it, bless your souls. If you're really close like I am, it's really not that big of a deal. But since today's Monday, and it is Mountain Time, almost 6 o'clock, so you've got like 16 hours to finish this thing off if you're going to go for it. Bless your soul. I really hope you guys all get this done if you're trying for it. I really do. But here's my opinions about how this was handled, how hard it was, or how easy, I guess, depending upon how good you are at PvP, to get this thing. This took me basically making this my second full-time job from when this was announced as being limited to Season 6. So I believe that was either Thursday or Friday of the second week of Iron Banner out of the 3 weeks that were in the season. And I put in so many hours. This particular week of this current Iron Banner that started probably around May 14th. Today's May 20th. I lost sleep because of my work schedule was pretty nuts because of things that were going on. So I gave up a lot of sleep. This was a lot of work. And a lot of time for this being just an emblem and 250 triumph points. And I'm kind of the guy who tries to get freaking everything. I try so hard to be that Pokemon trainer mentality kind of a thing where you just earn everything because you gotta have them all. And that was my main motivation for doing this. I was out of that Iron Banner list of triumphs. This was the only one I was missing. And that was probably my main motivation over everything else. And I also like having a high triumph score, kind of like the Grimoire card score from D1. I just really like having a high score, and so 250 points was tempting enough where I wanted to finish it. But mostly because I would have felt so bad if this was my one triumph that was left and I didn't have it finished because I didn't put in the time for it. And so this just took me a lot of time. I'm not a huge fantastic PvP only kind of a dude. I have a feeling with how Opulence will turn out, I will be doing mostly PvP as opposed to like probably 60-40, with PvE being the 60% of my time and PvP being the 40% of my time. I have a feeling it'll be more like 80-20 depending upon how the season drops out, just because of my feelings with how nerfs and stuff are going. And you guys can check out my video about that if you would like. There's links and everything to websites and stuff. This will just end up being more of a PvP season for me. Guys, this was just so much time. Like, holy cow, how is this not a title? You know what I mean? The Iron Banner, because of how limited it is and how it's a cross of competitive play and multiplayer. And it's also the only Guardian versus Guardian battle that I am aware of that has light level advantages enabled. This should be a seal. I'm not necessarily just the emblem by itself, because maybe that'd probably be a little too easy of a seal if it was just that. But something like, I don't know. Obviously, you don't want to have it be as many things as like the Reckoner, Wayfarer, the Crucible, like, so it's because of it being a couple times every season. But there should be something for doing this more than an emblem, because I feel like it's kind of take a little knockoff of those t-shirts, you know, where like I go to Vegas and all I got was this stupid t-shirt. I'm kind of feeling like I've put in 80 hours or whatever it was. It's probably more than 80 in Iron Banner, and all I got was this stupid emblem. There should be something like, my wife really came up with this title seal name, and I think it's great. She thinks there should be a title called Fellwinter's Chosen, which makes sense if you think about D1. D1 had the Fellwinter's shotgun, Fellwinter's Lie, I believe is what it was called, and that thing was freaking nuts. I loved it. Oh my gosh, it was basically like a sidearm for a shotgun. That thing had all kinds of range. But anyways, and then Fellwinter's, you know, was an actual Iron Lord, if you remember from D1 with the Siva expansion. I forget what that was called. I think it was Lord of Iron or something like that. But it was the last expansion of D1. Oh, Rise of Iron, that's right. And so they could have done so much stuff with Iron Banner. Like, granted, the emblem's cool. I personally, for Marvel, love Thor, and I think it's great. This emblem looks kind of Norse-like. But it's just too bad there's not like a seal to go along with this whole thing. As you can see, when you get this done, Heavy as Death is the exact same thing, now that I'm looking at this, as the emblem, the Weight of Guilt. Because they track the same thing. It's just the Heavy as Death is more prestigious because you have to get 2,500 kills while under the burden in order to get it. And I have come across people in Crucible when I'm playing this Iron Banner that have like 4,000-5,000 kills while under the burden. And you know what? That's for them. Since this is Monday night, I finally got this emblem. I'm probably done. We'll let stuff go. But for the love of God, at least put a stupid aura with this thing. Like look, here we go. Put on an easy ass emblem, or excuse me, I've tried not to swear. An easy emblem for the Howled Lair of 100,000 points or more. As we all probably know, at least if you're very familiar with the Nightfalls and everything, 100,000 points on Howled Lair is pretty easy. And you get a stinking aura. You get an aura for it. And all you put into it was maybe, if you don't count the grinding just to level up, was like no more than a half hour. And if you know some cheese, maybe an hour. I don't know. And you get a little aura. You get a little halo thing. This stinking Iron Banner thing that was like a full-time job for 2 weeks of Iron Banner trying to get this sucker gives you nothing but an emblem. And so I already knew from streamers who somehow got this done in the first week, they're all like, it ain't worth it. Unless you're someone that likes trying to get everything, it's just not worth it.
Opponent claimed zone C.
And I can appreciate the heads up. However, I want to try to get everything, and I got it. And there's just so much seemingly easy stuff they could do for it to make it more obvious. Like, you know how cool it'd be to be running around an Iron Banner, and my character, my Warlock right now, shows an aura that goes over his head? That'd be amazing to have that. So anyways, I guess it's more about what would make this more worthwhile. So anyways, the amount of time I had to put in this was nuts, guys. So from this past weekend, I worked in the area where we had that helps host different sporting events, and State Swim Meet was this week where I live at, and so I was helping with all of that. So I did 3 12-hour days in a row and then a 15-hour day after that. And so squeezing in the time trying to get this was so tough. And I know I'm not the only person that puts stuff onto YouTube, and YouTube's not their full-time job. And so there should be some, I'm trying to not say "and so" as much. That's kind of my little public speaking hitch. But anyways, and there's just so much stuff. They could have put like an aura. They could have had a handful of other triumphs. They give you a seal title, something. Because I put in 80 hours of work minimum, and all I got was this lousy emblem. At least the emblem's cool. It could have been a really bad looking one, I guess. Oh boy, hang on. Let me push him off the map. There we go. It could have been a really bad looking one, but it is what it is. Hopefully for the future, Bungie will say, hey, we saw a Church of Caboose's video, and we think that was kind of cool. And that's just me, like, just, you know, hoping and dreaming. Obviously, they don't give a crap about what I put on there at this point in time. But maybe Data will change them, or Houndish or something. Who knows? But some stuff I did like. It is kind of nice that there's not multiple emblems for doing the same thing that are randomly dropped. Like, I find it to be rather annoying. For example, using that Nightfall emblem I showed you guys earlier from the Hallowed Lair, that I could do a almost 300,000 point run, and it's just RNG from my as to if I'll get which one of those options I'll get for modifying the base emblem for doing this. And that's kind of annoying. So it is really nice that Iron Banner is set up where, hey, you can all get this one emblem. It helps you track, so it makes things a little easier to keep track of. You can at least show off what you have done, even if you don't get a lot of these kills while under the burden. And you can still show off at least a little bit. But we have this other option. You can only get it by getting this insane number of kills while you're under the Iron Burden, so you're at least the very most 600 light, while most other people are more like 700. And it kind of just, when people are going through rosters or whatever, like, oh shoot, this guy might be legit, he's put in the time and all that other stuff. But down at the other point, if you're really good at PvP, I would imagine getting the 2,500 kills would not be super difficult. And I like to think I'm an average PvP player. Some people try to say I'm better than average, but I don't really think I am. Sometimes I have really good games. Most of the time, not so much, as you can see right now. This is not going super well for me. But I'm also getting used to thinking and talking and playing all at the same time. So I appreciate you guys understanding that as you listen and watch. So I appreciate that there's a distinguishing factor or emblem, I guess, to show who's put in at least the effort and who has not. That is a super nice thing that they did. They could have totally made there be this currently heavy as death an RNG emblem. You have a chance of getting it, like, kind of like some of the Reckoning emblems. You just have a chance of getting it, or Revelry, emblems, where you have a chance of getting it just by participating, and so no one really cares if you have it or not. It's like, oh, you just got lucky with RNG. Whereas this is like, oh damn, oh, someone put in the work, and they get excited if they see you on your team, and if they see you against you, they might be like, oh no, this guy's used to having a handicap. We'll see what he's like if he doesn't have it. Y'all know what I mean? So I did and then, all right, was this fun doing this? And for the most part, no, it was not fun. I can't tell you how frustrating it was to sometimes have to shoot a dude 2 times and then punch him with the shotgun for that son of a gun to die. And then other times, under the same burden, you just hit one-shot somebody. And you don't know for sure unless that person's killed you before and you were like, hey, let's remember this guy's power level. So that way, every time I see his gamer tag that I killed him, I know that I got 1 up on my emblem. That was pretty frustrating because I've had games where I got 30 kills and only 10 of them counted because enough people on the other team were under the burden, and so we were the same light level or they were lower than me. Because one of the strats that I used a little bit was to have on a gun from like an exotic you pull from collections, so that way it drops you down to like 597. So that way it's even more likely any kill you get is going to count, but without sacrificing too much of your power. So you just had no idea. You could get 50 kills and only half of them count. Or one of them counts. That's completely possible too. And so that was kind of annoying. And so the grind to get this thing was frustrating as heck. I know this video doesn't help out a whole lot of people because I unfortunately was not able to get this triumph done until it's basically too late. Like if you're only at 1,000 kills, bless your soul if you pull it off. You're an absolute PvP lord if you manage to pull this off. If you've got 1,500 kills to go by the time you're watching this and you still get it. But for most people, it's probably too late. I did kind of have some fun. It was kind of a ego thing to kill someone at 700 and get them repeatedly when you're at 600 light, and light level is a thing for Iron Banner with how much you do. So if you're 600, then you're not going to kill as fast and you're going to die faster than you would if you're max light, like I'm currently back to 700. So I appreciate you guys watching. I hope if any of you guys managed to get this emblem done, if you wanted to share your thoughts in the comments, maybe you're one of those guys that's like, I want to show off and get 5,000 damn kills because this was pretty easy, and so I want to, I'd love to hear what you did to make this really easy. I tried going for weapons that were high damage, low ammo expulsion to finish this off, like shotguns, rockets, that kind of thing. Things where the less trigger pulls, the more likely it was to get a kill. So I'd love to hear whatever you guys think about this. If you think the emblem's cool, if you're like, yeah, it's totally worth it, because I'm wondering if maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm one of the only people that feels like there should be a aura, like Prestige Raids got or something, to signify on your character in your game without people looking at the roster or at your character to see your emblem that you did this thing. If you guys think there should have been more, or like there should be an Iron Banner seal, so maybe over a season or just a couple of seasons, whatever, or maybe there's no limitation, just as long as you do these things during Destiny 2, you get the title. I think that'd be pretty cool too, of something like the Winter's Chosen. If you guys got any thoughts, please feel free to comment. I have a Twitter. You can send stuff to me there. It's at Caboose Church of, because Twitter's weird and changed it up. You can send an email to my account email, which is Church of Caboose 1992. So Church of Caboose, the tag, the year 1992 in numbers, not spelled out, in numbers, at gmail.com if you've got ideas. And if you got things you want to see, videos about, guides, whatever, let me know. Right now we're kind of in the dying down season till Opulence starts up, and so the only guides that can really do that I'm aware of without being old content is heroic runs of 0 hour and the guides for Outbreak Prime. But if you have other things you would like to see because you appreciate this channel and you would just like to use me because you would like to see how to do something, let me know and I will do my absolute best to do it. I got a pretty active clan, and odds are I'll be able to get some guys together and do something. If you want to know how to get Outbreak Prime, I do have videos on that if that's something you're wondering about. It does really well in Iron Banner. I use that for a lot of my Iron Burden kills. But anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching. If you liked it, give a like and or a subscription. Share it, comment, whatever. I just appreciate the fact that you guys watch this. You guys are the best. Thank you all so much. And if I'm at 700, so I want to see how this match goes. So I'll let this match play out with gameplay before I shut this video off. So if you're done, and you wanted to only hear the opinions about what it was like getting it, hop on off now because it'll be one game. But I'm just curious of seeing how much easier it is for me being at normal 700 for the first time in a couple of weeks of Iron Banner.
Opponent claimed Zone A.
Let's go get them. Where they at? Oh, they're over there. Oh, finally! One shot with the shotgun. Thank God. Oh, he's 550, so that's not a very good example of me being excited. Damn it!
Opponent claimed Zone
Hang on. Hopefully I can do decently. This is not my favorite map either. This map's really hit and miss for me. Some weeks or some matches, I guess, I do really well, and other matches I do really bad. And I'm hoping this, just for the sake of the video, this is one of those really well ones.
the advantage. Press on.
Oh, let's get him. Shotgun that son of a gun. Where's he at? Where's he at? Punch! In the face! Put it in your face mask. I don't know, something like that for Parks and Rec. My wife and I like that show.
Zone C lost.
Where is he? Where? Oh, over here. I see you, son. Oh, no! Oh, yeah, I can save it. No! Come on! Come on! Come on! No!
It is on. This
Ah!
is your end. Fight well.
I'll get my brother in here soon, but you guys probably won't catch that part of it. But I saw he hopped online not too long ago. Oh, my dog's all worried now. He's like, Papa's just gonna be okay. Where's these sons of a gun? Oh, yeah, right by him.
Turn to the fight.
Now I'm just getting too excited that I'm at 700.
Zone B captured.
Guys, this was a big accomplishment for me. I actually wasn't completely sure if I'd be able to pull it off, to the point with my work schedule and everything. I actually sat down with the calculator and divided how much I had left and how many days I had as options and nights, and divided up to see how many kills I needed to get in a day in order for this to be reasonable. And today I had to do 330, I think is what it was. I think I had to get 330 kills under the Iron Burden, and it actually went a couple hours faster than I thought it would. I tried to guesstimating based off of when I was playing at night. Oh boy, the constant rate is a similar constant rate of what I normally do for the whatever on the other nights. This is how long it'll take, and it was a little bit faster. So I'm pretty stoked it got done when it got done. Finally, 3 tapping. Oh, I guess that was 4 because it wasn't a headshot. Oh, 5? Alright, 5. My wife is watching too. She helps me out with thumbnails, by the way. So if you guys like, really, a 700 light and a 550 could one-shot me with a Jotun. That gun's way too. I should do a video about how. Okay, all right. This is sidetracking a little bit. For all the nerfs, and I've got videos out about some of these nerfs. If you guys want to look at them and join me in the venting, a Jotun has been known to be stupid strong, crazy overpowered, to the point where in a light level game, so a game where your light level and your power matters, because you do more or less damage and you can take more or less health or hits, whatever. And a 550 was able to one-shot me with a Jotun, just the same as a 700 could kill a 700 with a Jotun. That's nuts. That gun, if any gun deserves being nerfed, it's that one. Like, you can either only hold one round per life, or like, it does way less damage, or the tracking is significantly reduced. It's just something to reduce that thing. And we just got mercy rolled, so I might do one more game to try and show, because I'm still talking to you about stuff. But something for that stupid Jotun. Not saying guns, like, I have not forgotten. And there was some interesting circumstances around how that was earned. But, like, if a dude at 550 can kill just as fast an Iron Banner as someone at 700 with Luna's Howl or Recluse or one of those Crucible PvP Pinnacle guns, something's broke, like, too strong about. Like, you basically are given, like, hey, look, Bungie was like, hey, these guys, they get this and here now. This is a great idea. I'm envisioning that they're all sitting around a table, looking at each other, maybe in suits, probably not in suits. It's just, I think it's funny if you picture it with them all in suits, in top hats. And you got this guy that's like, hey, we need something to rejuvenate the game. Exotics have been at an all-time low because, before Forsaken and Black Armory, there were the exotics were basically legendaries with one extra perk. But anyways, so you got this CEO dude like, hey guys, we need an exotic to turn things around. What do you think? And then everyone's pitching ideas like, what if you get an exotic that gives you a reload when you get a kill? Actually, now that I mentioned that as a joke, that actually would be pretty cool. Or, or I don't know, some stupid trash like, shoot someone in the head and confetti blows out like they did for the river, and that's an exotic perk. And then you got this one guy that's like, no, I got the answer, everybody. What if, and hear me out, we have some exotic that's an energy weapon, like a rocket launcher, but it's not a rocket launcher, so you can get ammo for it over and over. And they're like, what do you mean? Like, tell us more. And it's like, so get this. What if? I imagine like snapping his fingers like this and finger guns. It's like, what if this gun can one hit kill almost anything except for raid bosses and stuff? The bigger things. And you guys are going to love this. It has tracking. So it's kind of like the Galahorn, but not quite with that, because it doesn't have all the extra rounds and all the stupid awesome tracking and everything. And then some genius butthole was like, yes, my man, you get a promotion and a raise, because that was genius, and now we all just hate it. Jotun. I suppose I could just use, but for some reason when I use Jotun, that shit don't work. Like, I pull out Jotun. No, is it on my Titan right now? I'll try it if it's on here right now. But like, it just does not work for me. All right, it is on here. Let's give this a shot. Like, I just cannot get the tracking on it to work, like it seems to do for other people, and it almost never kills as fast for me as it does for other people either. So I just don't get it. So here we go. Here's some. I'm 700. Just finished this stinking emblem because the majority of this video is about the emblem, and I got caught on the little bunny trail about stinking Jotun. So let's see here, because anyone could just say, well, you should just use Jotun, and I want, so I want to use it.
Opponent claims zone
Maybe
C.
I should have a
Capture
weird
zone A.
title thing to be like, I finished the Emblem, and now let's bitch about Jotun together. Here we go! Oh, he's dead already. They all keep dying. What is that? It didn't track. Y'all see what I'm saying? Alright, reload. Alright, and that guy, my defense on that one, I was not actually pointing at him, so we'll give that to Jotun.
Zone advantage is yours.
I'm just proud of myself. I got 2 kills by punching people when I was out of ammo with the gun that was equipped. And if anyone's not sure, I'm using Chattering Bone. It is not the curated roll from
Zone B captured.
the raid of Last Wish. It is one that I really liked the roll of it, and so I masterworked it myself. What was that? I hit him with Jotun, and he did not die.
Zone A captured. Now you are the wolf.
Did anyone else see that?
Push the heart. You've extended your lead.
Maybe I'm just too much of a Titan when I play in Titan. Maybe Jotun just doesn't work well on Titan. I don't know. Titan's my main. I've been doing most of my Iron Burn stuff on Warlock though, because I loved having the Nova Bombs. I felt like I was getting more supers and it's more of a guaranteed kill, so I played with Warlock for this thing.
The howls are quiet.
Alright, there you go. Let's kill with it. Where's this guy teleporting all over the place for?
That's 2.
Oh man, I have such an easier time staying alive. My brother and I have been competing with each other. Oh shoot.
Zone A captured.
About things like who can get the most kills and higher efficiency and stuff like that when we do Iron Banner together. And we've been having to put ourselves at the
Opponent claims zone C.
burden handicap because I refuse to
Zone B captured.
not
2
have the
zones
burden on
left.
unless I already earned the emblem. So he and I will maybe try and pick that up later. So you never know, you might see a fun video where I get my butt kicked or I kick his butt. And when we do it, I probably won't use pinnacle guns either because I do have some of those comp guns. He hasn't had the time, so he doesn't have them yet, and that would be unfair, I feel like. Especially if we're both running at max light level. Felicia, would you like to share your opinions with anyone about Jotun? No? Okay. She doesn't like Jotun either, but she doesn't play Crucible as much as I do. And to say as much as I do, she basically doesn't play it ever because I don't play it that much.
Fires are lit. Find your prey and end.
She mostly just does it because it's part of a quest. And then depending upon that quest, I might help her out with it. Come on, let's get some.
They're staggering. Don't let up.
Alright. Come on. At least you can see it's way easier doing this thing at max light level because I was able to get like 2 or 3 punch kills in one life. And those other guys probably weren't 700.
Zone A captured.
I've had lots of kills where I've hit with a rocket and it hasn't killed either, and so I'm
Zone
curious
B
to see
captured. You have
if I
the
can not be that
advantage.
close
Press
with the
on.
rocket shot and kill him.
Two down. All of you together, like iron. Zone C captured.
Come on, I got more shots. Alright, well, you only more decently from me on that. I got 1 or 2 kills with it, but it did miss some pretty up close hits. So, anyways. Alright, and some. Was the banner worth it? Yeah, maybe. It wasn't like it's not worth it. Like, I'm really glad I have it, but was it worth spending all that time and sacrificing marital relationships for? Probably not. But since she's really cool with it, it wasn't as big of a deal for us. But anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching. If you appreciate myself and the videos and the content and all that fun stuff, / want to see more, feel free to check out the other videos I have out and or hit a like / subscribe. If you feel so inclined, you can also hit a notification button to get notified when things happen. But you know, do you? I'm just glad you guys checked this out. This emblem is pretty dope. I do enjoy how it looks. It's not the coolest one. The coolest one, if everything loads up fastly, I think so far in Destiny 2, has been the one when you do the deal for 801. It's the Obsidian Dreams one. But this is still pretty cool. Thank you guys all so much. Have a great day. Enjoy your week. Memorial Day is coming up. Hopefully y'all can get some good barbecues out there and have some fun with each other. Anyways, have a great day and happy grinding, y'all.